To the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by Michelob Ultra. If there's one thing we can rely on Espo for is always being prepared with the delicious and delightful Michelob Ultra ahead of Suns games.
2.6 carbs, 95 calories. All
kudos to you, Espo. I'm Lindsay. That's Flex. And of course, you know Espo over there on the end. Guys, we got the Milwaukee Bucks and the boys back in town tonight.
Yeah.
It's finally here. They're back from their crazy long 7-game road trip, but they got a tall task in front of them, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, this is a good team. I'm excited for this game. I'm a little bit disappointed that Dame is not playing. Is that right?
Yes,
I believe
Dame and Robin Lopez.
Dame
or Brooke,
Dame
I'm
and
sorry.
Brooke
I was
out.
confused the two of them.
I was like, not Robin.
I'm sorry, Brooke.
A little disappointed because I think we're at the point of the season with this team where you want to start to see them play other teams at full strength to kind of match up and see what you're missing, what you got with the deadline a couple days away. So I'm a little bit disappointed that the Bucks aren't at full strength, but I'm still looking forward to this game because that's a good team regardless. And the Suns are building some momentum, and it's going to be a good test tonight.
Look, this is a good Milwaukee team that has struggled as of late. 1-3 since Doc Rivers took over, blew a 19-point lead against the Jazz on Sunday night, scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. We can commiserate. We understand. This is a team still trying to find its way a bit too. So as good as the record looks at 33-17, this is a team that comes in a little bit wounded, which concerns me in part because eventually this team is going to get right. I just hope it's not this evening when they get right. But for me, this feels like we are in for a high-scoring affair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe a little less because Dame's not there, but it seems like the best way to beat the Bucks is to score a large amount of points. And I know that sounds dumb because you always got to score more than the opponent, but the Bucks score at a high clip. I think the Suns are going to basically have to get in a track meet tonight and say Booker, Beal, Kevin Durant more than Giannis and Chris Middleton and the guys you have over there.
Yeah, well, the fact that it's just Giannis and Chris Middleton and not adding Dame Lillard into that group tonight definitely helps the Suns' case. So let's go ahead and just get this one out of the way real quick. We'll take a look at the injury report since we mentioned it. Giannis was probable coming into tonight's game. He is available. So was Andre Jackson Jr. Damian Lillard and Brooke Lopez, though, were questionable. Neither of them will play in this one. But great news for us Suns fans. Completely clear outside of Damian Lee, who we already knew was already on that list for a long time and will continue to be. So that's a positive.
Yeah. I mean, they're healthy, and you know, I'm looking for the Bol. I'm looking for Bol tonight again.
Okay.
I am. I'm excited. I'm looking for Bol to have a little bit of an impact, like he's been. This is not some type of I think we're past the phase where we're starting to wonder if this is real. I've seen Bol for 4 or 5 straight games put together good games and good tape and good effort. Yeah. And so tonight's a game where I'd love to see him, especially against this team. I'd love to see him have an impact. But, it's nice to have a clean injury report.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been far too long.
I know, right? It's nice. Obviously, we still got Bradley Beal dealing with the nose thing, but, we saw what he could do with the mask on. Devin talked about it earlier today at Shoot Around that even when he was going through the same situation with his broken nose and having to wear a mask, that it is annoying. Yeah. It is a nuisance. It does kind of affect you out there. But hopefully that confidence from the Wizards game carries over. He knows he can still knock down buckets with the mask on, and he can trust his vision with it on too.
I mean, obviously, it's an adjustment period, right? It takes a little bit of time to figure that out, and it felt like Sunday was that get right point, right? And it's kind of, I think maybe getting hit in the nose the second time as dumb as this may sound, may have actually helped because you get past that, well, what happens if I get hit again?
Yeah.
Kind of fear in the back of your head. And he's like, well, shit, the same thing that happened the last time. I'll be all right. So you be a little bit more aggressive. You kind of learn how to shoot with seeing through that mask. I think he should be in a much better place than the guy we saw shooting 34% when he first put on that mask. But I want to go back to what you said about Bol.
Mm-hmm.
It is an exciting week here in Phoenix. Do we have the graphic? It's Super Bowl week here in Phoenix.
Let's go.
I think he plays a big part because Milwaukee is such a large team, a tall team, a good rebounding team that you're going to need size tonight. And especially, I think at the 4 slot where Bol's been playing a lot. So I think you will use him. I think he could have an impact. Again, he's not the savior to everything here, but I think he's a piece that can be very effective and helpful. And I think tonight will be a night that you very much can use him.
Couldn't agree more. I'm really excited about Bol.
Yeah,
I am.
Well, I think this is a big test for Bol too, because throughout the season, what have we seen? Like taller, bigger teams have given the Suns a little bit of grief this season, right? Because it just is what it is. We're not a very large team. But Bol gives us some size.
Yeah.
And so this is a good test for Bol. Can he hold his own against some guys who have more weight to them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally. Like, because Bol's,
yeah,
I wouldn't say Bol is dense.
Slim Shady, man.
Exactly.
He's Slim Shady. I will say there's another person that I'm looking for tonight, and we see this a lot in the NBA. Grayson Allen. Let's remember, Grayson Allen played with this basketball team last year.
We have a lot of that going on here tonight.
We do. But Grayson in particular, a guy that knows that team well, knows some of the personnel. So every team changes over the years, so there's some new players. But I'm interested to see how he comes out and if he comes out aggressive, because that's kind of what we just saw from Bradley Beal.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brad went back to Washington, was like, okay, familiar faces. I know what you like to do. I know what you like to do. I know how you like to guard me. Okay, I'm going to get to my spots and get busy. I like to see Grayson come out aggressive today, take advantage of the fact that he has some intimate knowledge of this team, for lack of better words. And if he does that, I think we're in good shape. Because anytime Grayson does Grayson things, gives the Suns a really good chance of winning basketball games.
I didn't take this as my bet tonight, but I eyed it and I brought it up on our bet show while I was hosting it. Grayson Allen over 2.5 3-pointers tonight.
That's a good one.
Plus
like
300.
That. Plus 300.
And I look at it and I go, that's something I could see happening tonight.
He does fluctuate quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I think that's a good bet for tonight's game. On the flip side, Campaign will return to the Valley tonight as well. Positive note, though, he doesn't really know this team because there's not a lot of people on this team that he played with. He can't use that on us.
Hey, he knows Book.
That's about it.
It's the
same thing with Grayson. They're on their second head coach since then. They traded for Dame.
Yeah,
it's basically Brooks.
But there's more players from the Bucks.
Chris Giannis and Bobby.
The Bucks rollover was nowhere near the Suns roller. The Suns, I mean, they redid the whole damn team.
Literally, Book is the only one left.
Yeah.
Right.
He played about 25 games with KD.
And that's about it. Yeah. Everything else got torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah.
But it'll be good to see a Campaign back in the mix. I do still miss Campaign, though.
Yeah. Hey, they could leave him here if they want.
I know, right? Like, listen, Bucks, if you just want to drop him,
just cut him. Yeah. Cut him and let him stay.
Let him stay. We wouldn't be mad at you.
The Haboob, right? Is that what they call him?
Tasmanian Devil.
Is that what they call him?
Yeah.
I didn't know what a Haboob was till I got here.
Well,
nobody did.
I haven't seen
just
one.
wait until summer because you're in a prime location for them to,
is that right?
to come through your part of town. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be funny. All right. Espo, what are the guys wearing tonight?
They're wearing, I believe, the black Statement Edition jerseys with the court to match, which really is the same court, just with the PHX in the middle. And the Bucks are wearing their white jerseys with the green and sand or tan accoutrements, if you will. So.
Okay.
I don't mind the
basic white jerseys.
I don't mind the Bucks look.
I don't either, but they're the same for me. Yeah. Like all the white jerseys, you either are really bad or you're just fine.
Well, you know they couldn't use the cream ones anymore, right?
No way.
Because all the things on the court, the overlays that they do, it screwed with all of them.
Is that right?
For NBA broadcasts. So the league was like, nope, no more cream for you guys.
Is that right?
You can't wear cream. It's messing with these. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got pulled because of that.
That's funny.
So,
not surprising whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, guys, who you got tonight and by how much?
I'm taking the Suns by 7 tonight.
Yeah, I got the Suns by 7. That's what we don't normally agree on this number here. But this is, I like them by 7 tonight.
I like that. I've got them by 4. Gerald has them by 2. I picked 4 because it was pretty closely in line with our friends at the BetMGM Sportsbook.
What is it? 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 tonight. So I was like, okay, I'll go with about 4, like right under.
Yeah,
this moved a point from this morning till this afternoon.
It doesn't make sense. It moved a point down.
It was 3. It was 3.5 when I saw it.
It was 4.5 when I logged in around noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this morning it was 3.5.
Okay. So Dame being out bumped it up another point. Okay.
But they didn't know at that point in time that Dame was out. You'd think this would have moved since that news came out too.
Yeah.
They know everything.
I mean,
maybe they did know early.
They did.
Yeah. I mean,
we just didn't know.
It is what it is.
All right, Flex, what you putting your money on?
You might have to help me read this, Lens. Go ahead. You got it up? No.
All right, a 5-leg parlay. It's the Suns spread at a minus of 5.5.
Yep.
Is that 5.5?
Yep.
Player points, Booker 20. Player points, KD 20. Player points, Bradley Beal 20. And then PRA for Grayson Allen at 16. It's a plus 550?
Yeah. Grayson Allen, baby, come through. My boy's if you're going to beat the Bucks, you're going to have to get the big 3 to get their number. So I think I'm good there. My boy Grayson, give me that 16. I'm coming for y'all tonight.
Okay.
I think he's going to get 15.
Damn, Espo.
It's going to be 3 threes and a handful of other things.
What you got, Espo?
I went simple. I like my simple but productive. First point of the game in under 17.5 seconds.
You like that bet. I don't think I've seen you hit that one.
No,
he has.
I think once maybe.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think you've hit this
well,
one.
tonight it will hit.
Yeah, no, you haven't. I've been paying attention to this one, and every time you do it, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, he didn't hit it.
It was this or the Grayson 2.5 threes. And
you should have went with that one.
I feel like you should have gone with that one.
I didn't.
Let's see what Lynn's got. The leader. I'm on Lindsay's team here. I'm actually rooting for her strategy and the way she does business. I want to see what we got.
Listen, I kind of phoned this one in today. I'm taking a minus 135 bet that my boy Nurk will make his first shot attempt tonight.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I think it's a minus 135. You would think it was a safer bet.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But
the first thing I thought about when I saw this was he's going to miss a bunny,
and then
grab the rebound, and put it right back in.
I know.
All in under 17.5 seconds to start the game.
That 17.5 goes faster than you think, Espo.
Why do you guys hate me so much? You're like banding together like, oh, I really hope she wins.
We're anti-Espo and Saul winning this competition.
Especially Bookman.
Yeah.
Why do I get lumped into that? I'm not gonna.
You just
guilty by association, man. You know
we're all associated. We're all on this show together.
But y'all sit close to each other. I guess.
Exactly. Saul has a 2-leg parlay tonight, so he's taking a pretty light bet.
What does he got?
It is the total points over 243.5 and the spread for the Bucks at a plus 4.5.
He's losing.
It's a plus 240.
He's losing.
He's losing this one.
What does the leaderboard look like?
Well,
hopefully Saul does lose because right now he's at the top of the leaderboard with 203.50. Espo's in second with 153.50. I'm in third with $80.56. Flex, you got to get a W because you're minus 36.01.
Yep.
36 unbothered.
Yeah, 36 unbothered.
36 unbothered.
You hear his quote today? He finally admitted that was golf related.
We'll get to that here in just
Did I
one
not say
second.
that like a year
No,
ago?
hold on. I got beef with this. But before, let me tell you
go ahead.
Let me tell you the BetMGM shenanigans here. If you guys want to take our bets or make your own, sign up for the BetMGM Sportsbook app using the code PHNX. You can place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $5. And if you sign up with that promo code PHNX, you're going to receive $158 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager's outcome. So if you lose, you still win with the BetMGM Sportsbook app. You can check out the show notes for full details. And now you can listen to Damon talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Get stuffed, Ontario.
Okay, so the 36 unbothered. Yes, I know that it was like, quote unquote, officially official. That book was like, of course, it's golf, and shared all that with us.
Yeah.
And yes, I think we all collectively knew that that's what he was talking about, because I think he might have addressed it a while back.
Go to my timeline,
I don't
Lens.
care.
Come on,
It's
man.
35 plus 1 equals 36 unbothered till the day I die. I don't care.
Look,
Book is a liar.
They all know when they're low-key trolling too. And I'm sure he
Plausible
understood
deniability.
putting 36 out there unbothered. If he didn't know when he did it, the second somebody said something, he appreciated that he accidentally did it, I bet.
If y'all can go to my timeline, literally about 12 hours after he did that, I went on my timeline and said, everybody needs to chill. Book was just playing golf yesterday. That's it. I don't take my word for it. Go to my timeline.
Flex,
Take my word for it.
I don't care about your timeline.
Okay, all right.
36 unbothered means 35 plus 1 equals unbothered. That's all that it means.
That's all it means?
And it's all
You
it will
cracked the
ever
code?
mean.
Let's
I don't care who says different. 36 unbothered has become like a battle cry for us. You're not taking it away.
I mean, let's be honest. It's a hell of a lot cooler than golf.
It's way more fun. Come on.
Golf is a game that I enjoy, but I never once have gone, golf is cool. 36 unbothered when you're thinking he's saying him and KD don't care. Much cooler than golf.
Way more.
So
way
we're going
more
with
fun.
Lindsay's
Yeah.
theory.
It will always be that. I'm sorry, Book, but I call cap. So, all right, let's talk about Devin Booker, because we finally got the official release video of the fact that Book's new shoes are going to be released on February 17th, All-Star Weekend. Nike did them right this time. That video was fantastic. They had one last night that kind of teased it, and then the one that dropped today with a slew of stars sprinkled in throughout. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. Book posted it on his Instagram page. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. What did you think of the video?
I loved it. I thought they hit on so many little intricacies inside the video that I think will come to light later on for some people, but they touched on a lot of good things. I like that he honored his family, his mom, his father, his brother. I like the throwback to the little penny. That was my, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna wear some of my pennies, man. I'm a big Penny Hardaway guy. I had a lot of pennies. I got the crimson foam posits that people were going crazy for. I got them the first damn day. I actually got 3 pair of those, boys. So I love my crimsons. I'm gonna wear them on the show. So that little slap to penny, loved it.
I loved the whole video because there's meaning, which we've talked about. Each of these shoes has meaning. I think each part in that, not every part, but a lot of those parts will correlate with the colorways that we've seen to tell that story. His dog's in it as well. Haven's in there, which was one of the shoes. You know, there's all talk about everywhere he's been. I loved it. I loved the little penny nod. The only thing I wish was they had cartoon Book from the original Nike commercial. Somewhere in there is a nod to his path. But Marion, Diana Taurasi, there's so many cool little elements to it that I really liked it. Can anybody answer me though? Was the guy holding the book anybody? Or was that just like, to me, I felt like that should have been somebody with meaning holding the book.
Okay.
That was my only small creative mind critique of it.
I can probably get that. I don't know. That's
Flex should have held the book, man.
Like if that turned out that was one of Book's high school or coaches or something, and there was a cool tie, 10 out of 10. You know,
I'm just glad that the reaction to it, and I think because it had all of the little book isms, if you will, like the little connections there. But I was a little concerned that the reaction wasn't going to be as big as it deserved to be, because we already knew that the shoes were going to come out on the 17th because he's shared it on Instagram in some comments. And that I kind of thought that the way that all this had been going out put a wet blanket on everything. But I'm glad that the response was still just as hype as it probably should have been, even without having to deal with all the shenanigans.
Did you know Flex and I are actually in that book as they're turning it?
Oh, yeah?
There's a page that,
So you just got to go through and it's just like a half a frame.
It was like so quick.
It was Book throwing me that alley-oop, and then there was Flex with the headset on in one of them. It's really quick.
Real quick. Pay attention, guys. It's in there.
It's a nice little nod to us.
I love that for you guys.
Yeah.
When Kelly Oubre releases his, the microphone.
Okay, perfect. There you go, Dale. All right, guys. So Gerald got to talk to Devin at Shoot Around this morning. And of course, he was asked all about the shoes. So here's what he had to say.
Just seeing everything come to life. This is all new to the world, but, it's been 2 years of preparation and thinking and collaborating, with my favorite brand of all time. So, it's been a pleasure being a part of it.
I got to get just ET and KD on the commercial too.
Yeah. John Marion, Jewel Lloyd, a lot of legends in it. And all those people are a part of this story or a part of this book. And I was happy that they're willing to take time out to shoot a commercial to be a part of it. So, I haven't got to see it yet. I heard it just came out, so excited to check it out.
What are you most proud of, I guess, with this book? Because it kind of does honor aspects of your life and
yeah, it's just every kid's dream, especially with the brand Nike. No shots to all the other companies, but having a shoe with the swoosh is, a whole different level. So, I've been Nike my whole life since grassroots age. So to finally see it come full circle of all those dreams that I have, it's a crazy feeling.
Yeah. So, listen, we've talked about the whole Nike thing. And I know when we did our Valley Vibes episode, you, Saul, and I, Espo, that Saul was mentioning, there's other shoe brands out there, but there's nothing compared to Nike, especially when you have the history that you've had with them throughout your whole life. Like, there's just something to be said about having a signature shoe with Nike that is just really cool.
Yeah, being a Nike signature athlete, you could be the face of Puma.
It's bucket list
You
stuff.
could be the face of Adidas. But that does not mean anything compared to being one of the few that get to be a Nike signature athlete and walking in figuratively in the shoes of all those greats before you. Like that's a big deal. And I think some of this commercial tipped a hat to that, but I bet I'm going to venture as they tell this story, there'll be some nods to other guys that had impacts on both.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do know, but there may be some people that don't know. Devin is the 24th Nike signature athlete. And it was important that they did it the way they did it because of Devin's love and affection for Kobe Bryant and being one of the guys he looked up to and modeled his game after. For him to be the 24th Nike signature athlete, a guy that wore nothing but Kobe's and was loyal to the Kobe brand. So it's just cool as hell. And when I was a kid, the Nike commercial was always the stamp.
Yep.
That was it.
They were so good.
Oh, God.
Remember Barkley as the late night host in the pool with Jordan kicking it on the side?
It was iconic stuff. And it was like, that was the I made it moment, right? And so, Devin, man, love you, bro. You made it, dog. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Tony in the chat said the design director of Nike is the one that's holding the book.
That's cool.
There you go.
Oh,
see,
that makes sense.
That's a cool because he's telling the story.
And he's a iconic dude, actually. Yes, that's awesome.
That's see, 10 out of 10.
There you go.
That's an awesome nod to the history again of all these shoes and what they put into it, and it makes sense that the guy that helped design them is the one telling the story through those shoes that he's wearing. So I love that, and to me, I think it's pretty cool that a guy that we've watched grow up here now is going to have a shoe that kids in this city want to wear, want to grow up wearing. Like
that's big.
That's the dream for a lot of these guys. Is now he gets to be an icon in some of these kids' minds that that's a big deal.
Can I follow up with both of y'all with that real quick?
Yes.
What was that shoe for you?
It's always been the CB94s that I've never actually owned.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you know, if I had been about 5 years younger when they re-released them, I would have irresponsibly spent 200 and something on them, and would probably be wearing them now. But that's always been like that's like my shoe that I've always wanted.
How about you?
I don't think I have a single one that like
It wasn't one
I
when you
wasn't
were a kid that was like
no, because it was always assigned shoes.
Okay.
For like our sports, it was like, here's what shoe you're wearing this year, kind of a thing. And listen, I grew up in Sierra Vista, so like my access to that type of stuff was pretty limited.
I get it.
So no, I didn't really get into sneakers until I was an adult.
Okay.
So
I remember the 92, 93 year when them Barclays came out with the strap, the purple and whites.
The little holes.
Yep. I just remember getting that sneaker and feeling like when I went to school in them, like there was respect on my name.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, you got the Chucks, you got them Barclays and purple and whites with the strap. Like, and it's crazy because I remember beating them shoes down, like beating the hell out of them. And my mom knew I liked them so much, she went and got me the same exact damn pair.
Nice.
And I rocked them all year. And so, yeah, that was that moment. And then watching the commercial. So watching this happen for Book, and like you said, some kid in Phoenix, when he gets them chapter ones and he going to school fresh to death, man, that's a great feeling.
I just connected that. I blame my parents for the death of my athletic career for not getting me those CB94s. I could have been an athlete.
You might have.
The whole trajectory of my life changed with other shoes. The Book ones now are the shoe I want. Though.
We got to get you in the club.
I'd much rather have those. It's 1A, 1B with the CB94.
Okay.
So as far as the book release goes, we did finally get the it's on the Sneakers app now. So the upcoming release for the shoe is on the Sneakers app. It is the Mirage. They're going to be $140. They're available February 17th at 8 a.m. Okay, on the Sneakers app. Now, I still believe that they're going to be available in stores. I hope they are, because Book said available in stores, right?
And you should go try them on.
You should try them on in person. So I'm still holding out hope that it's in addition to on the Sneakers app, they're also going to be in stores. But it looks like this is the first colorway that we're going to be getting from him. Like I said, it's the Mirage. I'm actually really like these ones. And that box.
I like those.
Like, I'm a big box person. I keep all the boxes that my shoes come in. I love this. It's like a sage green kind of color, and it's got Book's signature on the side.
Fire.
You know what I have a dream now that I want. I want a pair of the Book ones signed by Book, and it's inscribed "Be Adequate." He can have Be Legendary. I'll take Be Adequate.
Be
and
Adequate.
I'll be a very happy man. I will. Maybe I'll even get that tattooed on me.
Oh,
like he has Be
man.
Legendary. Be Adequate is what I'm shooting for.
Careful what you ask for.
Look, that would be the great. Literally,
what you ask
I
for.
would put that in a glass case, and that would sit bedside. Like that would be how amazing.
Be careful what you ask for, but you might have to get the tat afterwards.
I got one. I'm all for more.
There you go. Why not? That's how it always happens. You get one, and then you just inevitably get more and more and more. Pre-Rush said the Book one has fine linen aesthetics. And I actually kind of love that, especially this specific colorway.
Yeah.
I feel like it does give off that vibe. I don't know, but I'm really excited to see it. I do like this colorway that they're running with first. I know everyone kind of wants some Suns colors, but it makes sense from a marketing perspective to start with a more universal shoe. The light colored tans.
I would rock those with what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, they're always a good hit. I feel like everyone could wear them. Light colored shoes are also super trendy right now.
Yeah.
So the beiges, the tans, the creams, all of that. So I totally am on board with this being the first one.
There's another reason too that they did it, I'm sure. You can't have purple or orange with the All-Star uniforms that they're wearing. It would be a real weird clash to unveil the shoe.
Do you think he wears this color in All-Star?
100%. If that's what you just launched the day before.
But he's not wearing them tonight.
He's going to wear, because he'll wear them the day after they come out.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me that Nike didn't buy up a whole hell of a lot of airtime on All-Star Saturday and All-Star Sunday for the book chapter 1s, right? They're going to be playing the shit out of that commercial on All-Star Weekend. And of course, he's going to rock the shoe. And that colorway goes with red or blue, whichever. I think he's red, because they're not doing the draft. I think West is red. So I think it matches that. And I think that's part of why they did it.
Let's see if you're right, Espo.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But listen, if you want to be sure to at least try to get a pair of these sneakers and you're not trying to brave the crowds or go out to the stores, get on sneaker apps, turn on the notify me button and wake up early as all get out on February 17th. See if you can get your hands on these sneakers. I
want to share one thing before we go. And Leo brought it up in the chat, but I was told earlier today too that the Suns I believe just did hold a moment of silence for Dave King tonight before the game. So kudos to you guys. Thank you for doing that as an organization. Really appreciate that because this is the first home game since he passed away.
Yeah, and they also had flowers, I believe, and a photo of him in the seat that he normally sat in on Media Row as well. So really cool stuff from the Suns on that one. Hopefully we all get to meet back here after the game to celebrate a win. And don't forget, you can watch tonight's game on Arizona's Family Sports. Wherever you live in Arizona, visit azfamily.com and click Suns Games for listing information for your area. AZ Family is a great resource to help you find Phoenix Suns games on Arizona's Family Sports. So don't miss out. And again, make sure you meet us right back here after it wraps up. Okay, bye.
Be adequate.
We all silly like the mayor.